Developing now, the Speaker of the Maine House targeted by an abortion opponent who left flyers in her neighborhood calling her a, quote, baby killer. CBS 13's Brad Rogers joining us now live. And Brad, several organizations are condemning this amid this intense debate over expanding access to late-term abortions in Maine, particularly in rare cases of a fatal fetal diagnosis, Brad.
Right. These flyers, Greg, they were distributed throughout the Speaker's Portland neighborhood. They showed a picture of her face, her home, along with her address and some pretty harsh words, which we won't share. Now, supporters of the Speaker call the attack despicable and dangerous. This is the anti-abortion flyer someone circulated near the Portland home of Speaker of the House Rachel Talbot Ross, calling her a baby killer.
It's offensive, looks like a very thinly veiled attempt at intimidating the House Speaker.
We won't show you most of what was said in the flyer, but it was in opposition of the governor's bill Speaker Talbot Ross is sponsoring to let physicians decide when an abortion is necessary, not lawmakers. Supporters say it's a law that would only be used in rare cases of a fatal fetal abnormality or a pregnancy that risks a woman's life.
Our view is that if you're facing that kind of a situation, it should be left up to you and your medical provider and the institutions that are responsible for overseeing the provision of medical care in this state.
The Dobbs decision by the U.S. Supreme Court upheld a Mississippi law and overturned Roe v. Wade. As a result, 20 states have now banned or restricted abortions, and those who oppose abortion aren't stopping there.
The people who left those flyers clearly have a great deal of intensity.
USM political science professor Ron Schmidt says the Dobbs decision has fueled the intensity on both sides of the abortion debate.
If anybody thought that the Dobbs decision would quell debate over abortion policy in the U.S., they were completely wrong. In fact, emotions are only riding higher at this point.
The concern here is language like this may lead to violence.
We are seeing attacks not only on abortion access, but attacks on access to contraceptive care, all forms of sexual and reproductive health care.
Well, we reached out to Speaker Rachel Talbot Ross for comment, but she's been presiding over the House for most of the day, a pretty busy schedule there. Many of her supporters say attacks like these, though, are just attempts to harass and intimidate. We're live in Portland. Brad Rogers, CBS 13 News. Greg.
All right, Brad, one to follow for sure. Thank you.